Hey y'all come on in. I'm Elisa, and today we are making coconut cake, Grandma Edition. But before we get started, like, share, subscribe. Let's make some cake. Alright, now let's get started with the vanilla buttercream. So I'm going to start with 2 sticks of softened, unsalted butter. That's the first stick. Second stick. And a quarter teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to turn that on and get that started. Now you can use salted butter. I haven't done it with salted butter, so I can't say if it'll be too salty or not. But definitely give it a try if you don't have unsalted butter on hand. And so since it's like for a coconut cake, I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons. This is actually half vanilla and half coconut extract, just to have a little bit of both in the cake. All right, I have the 3 cups of powdered sugar. Just slowly add that in. Now, as you're adding in your powdered sugar and you're letting that mix together, if you find that it's still a little too thick for you, just add a little heavy whipping cream. Start with a couple of drops. It'll help thin it out a little bit and give it the consistency that you're looking for. So y'all listen. I'm going through all the steps with the 2 sticks of butter, the 3 cups of powdered sugar. Don't you know that was not powdered sugar? That was flour. That was 2 1/3 cups of flour. I grabbed the wrong bowl. So we're going to keep going because we don't waste ingredients over in these parts. So in the bowl, that's still the 2 sticks of butter and 2 1/3 cups sifted cake flour, 1.5 teaspoons of powdered baking powder, half teaspoon baking soda, a quarter teaspoon of salt. And I added that quarter teaspoon of salt already. Let us pray. Since I'm making it the opposite direction of how I wanted it to go. So next I'm just going to add, I got the 3 whole eggs, and then 1 1/3 cup of sugar, and then 1 cup of buttermilk. There's the buttermilk. And we already have the vanilla in it, and we already have the coconut extract, so that's fine there. I'm just going to go ahead and add the eggs all at once. I did let the flour kind of rest because I don't want it to over mix. So I just let it sit there for a little bit after I realized what I did. So here comes the 1 1/3 cups of sugar. And the 1 cup of buttermilk. Now y'all remember, I added just a dash, a little splash of the heavy whipping cream. So we're going to see how this cake turns out today. Accidents happen in the kitchen. You just got to roll with it. And I don't know about you, but you ever mess up a cake in the kitchen and you work with it and it wound up being the best thing you've made, and then when you try to do it on purpose, it don't turn out the same? So let's get this together and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so the cake batter is done. Would have liked for it to be a little bit better because I did add the flour first, and I think that is called the reverse cream method. So what we're going to do, we're still going to bake it up because it's still going to be good. So we're going to put the cake batter into 2 8-inch cake pans, bake it in the oven at 325 for about 30 to 35 minutes. And we're going to see what we get at the end. Don't give up when you mess up a cake batter, y'all. Keep going. And I'll be right back when these are out of the oven. All right, this time I'm actually making this buttercream. And what I have in the bowl is 2 sticks of unsalted butter and 1/4 teaspoon of salt that I will mix together, along with 1½ teaspoons of vanilla and coconut extract. All I did here was just mix them two together in a measuring spoon to equal out that 1½ teaspoons. So let's get that turned on and going. And while that's mixing up, I'll add in 3 cups of powdered sugar. And with that, I'll also, if needed, will add some heavy cream. Now with the heavy cream, if it's too thick, then add a little bit more cream. And if it's not thick enough, add a little bit more powdered sugar if it's needed. And there's the heavy cream. But I didn't actually use it at all. You see how it's whipping up pretty good without the cream. And right here, I didn't add any. My butter was very soft. It was a warm day, so my butter was actually very soft that I didn't need it. And look how creamy and luscious that looks. That looks amazing. Now you guys, this buttercream is ready to go. Now let's frost the cake. All right, you guys, the cake is out of the oven. It took about 25 minutes to bake at 350 degrees. And I will put in the description box the actual ingredients that should have gone into this cake. So let's get ready to decorate. All right, y'all, this is my family's version of a coconut cake. It starts with the filling. But before we put filling in there, just want to put a little buttercream down, just so the filling won't seep into the cake. Not a lot of buttercream going down, just a little bit. Just to have it where the curd doesn't, because it's actually lemon curd that I'll be using today. Because apparently my grandma used to use lemon pudding. Well, you know, it's a holiday, so you can't find any lemon pudding these days. So I went with the next best thing, lemon curd. Just as good, so yummy. It has that tartness to it that you're used to with the lemon pudding. What I mean by lemon pudding, it's that that cook and serve pudding, not the instant one. The instant one isn't tart enough. So I'm just going to add this on there to see if that'll be enough or if I need to add a little bit more. So I'll be back once I got this, once I have this all spread around on the layer. All right, I have that lemon curd spread all around. Let's add the next layer and finish frosting. All right, we got that second layer on top. Put some frosting on top of that. Put a layer of buttercream on. Spread it all around. Make it as nice and as neat as you like. It really doesn't have to be that neat, I think. Mainly because you're going to cover the entire thing with shredded coconuts. You can even make a crumb coat if you want, which just seals in all the crumbs and prevents it from spreading all over the cake. You can do that if you like. But like I said, it's going to be covered in coconut. No one's going to see. Alrighty. I'm going to get this covered in buttercream. Be right back when it's time to add all of those coconuts. Alright, y'all. The cake is fully frosted. So now it's time to add the shredded coconuts. I just put it in a bowl just to make it easier to get access to. So you can just literally put as much or as little on it. Put it just on the top. Whatever floats your boat. And you know, for the side, just get a whole palm full and just press. And just press it in until you get the sides all coated. All right, I'll be right back once this is all done. All right, the coconut has been applied to the cake. And one other thing I forgot to tell you guys about what I did with the buttercream. Since there is lemon curd in the middle, I made it a point to put extra buttercream around where the two layers meet. That way none of the curd will seep out in case it's, you're in an environment where it's a little bit more warm. But since I did have a little bit of buttercream left, why not try to add a little extra decoration to it, make it look pretty? Because why not? It's cake. All right, y'all, she's been fully decorated. Let's give her a taste. All right, y'all, the cake is decorated. Let's give her a try. So we have lemon curd for the filling. I'm so excited for that part. Oh, it looks so yummy. Look at that. Look at all of that yumminess. That is not a good slice, y'all. It's probably my slicing method. I didn't get a knife. I grabbed the pie slicer. As y'all saw in the video, I had a time with this cake. Used flour instead of powdered sugar, and I was trying to thinking I was making some frosting, but that's all right. We're gonna make it do what it do and give it a taste anyway. Oh, it's so moist. Oh, it's so moist. And Mel gave me a hard time, but it's so moist. Look how I stick to that fork. It's moisture. Ooh, so good. I'm dropping. That lemon curd is the best. All right, y'all. Made some coconut cake. See y'all next time. Bye.